Hi, welcome to the Twitter Pated Mama. I am continuing with my, we'll call it a series now, on Weight Watchers information, weight loss information, my personal journey. And I hope that you can find some things you relate to. Sorry if you can't. If anything about what I'm talking about upsets you, just click off the video. I know it's not for everybody, but Weight Watchers is something that has changed my life, and I have to continue to spread the word because I am forever grateful for the opportunities that I have had to change my body, change my mind, and change my family tree. That's the truth. And so today I'm going to continue the series with 5 things that make Weight Watchers easier. Not easy, easier, okay? Nothing about changing your habits and learning a new skill, which is what this is easy. It's just not easy. But there's things you can do that are going to make it easier. So we're going to stick with 5. I've got plenty of tips. So if you're interested in more than 5, let me know down below. Go ahead and comment. But we're going to start with 5. These are things that have helped me. For those of you that don't know, I have been on Weight Watchers since January of 2012. My starting weight with Weight Watchers, and I joined after having done a awful juice cleanse. But I lost 10 pounds with it. But my starting weight with Weight Watchers after this juice cleanse was 289. I am down to 189.2 as of this past weigh-in for me. And I've been at 100 plus pounds loss. I've gained some of that back, and I'm back now going in the right direction. So motivation ebbs and flows. I think you find that with anything you embark on, anything you new that you start to do. And I've certainly found that with Weight Watchers. And right now, while the motivation's hot, I am riding the wave. So let's do this. 5 things that make Weight Watchers easier. Number 1, pre-track your day. This has worked for me tremendously well. So I track on my phone, okay? I use the Weight Watcher app, and you can use your computer, you can use paper and pen, but pre-track your meals. And what that means is, here's how I do it. You don't have to do it the same way, but this is what works for me. At night, when I'm laying in bed, getting ready to go to sleep, I pull out my phone, I get on my tracker, and I pretty much know what I'm having the next day. I plan our meals for the week pretty set. I at least know what dinners I have options to make. And so I'll lay there and I'll think, okay, tomorrow for breakfast, I'm going to have yogurt, blueberries, and granola. I have that saved as one of my favorite breakfasts, so I track that real quick. I'm going to have my morning coffee. Track that real quick. For lunch, I'm going to take a turkey wrap and some Harvest Snaps or Lay's potato chips or whatever it is. Track. Dinner tomorrow, I'm going to make pot roast. Track. I track my main meals, and then I track my snacks, okay? So if I've got 7 points after I've tracked my main meals, maybe I'm going to have a Baby Bell cheese. Maybe I'm going to have some carrots. Just depends what I have points for and what I want at the end of the day. So I track everything the night before, and this really helps to keep me on track. And sometimes, bonus, I don't eat something, and then I have extra points. But I just find it's really helpful to, for me, have it laid out in advance, not be trying to make all those decisions in the morning or throughout the day, because that has tripped me up. The days and times that I have not pre-tracked, I have gotten myself in trouble, because then I've had to be, okay, it's noon, what do I want to have for lunch? And I'm rushed and I've only got so much time at lunch break, and it doesn't work for me. So if you're struggling in any way, or if things aren't working or the weight's not coming off, try this. Start pre-tracking just a day in advance. Maybe 2 days if you really plan well, and see if that doesn't work for you. Number 2, go to the meetings. I know that you are on a budget. I know that it's more expensive to get the monthly pass and attend meetings. I know that. I know that it's $20 to do it online because my husband does it online. But I also know that there is a percentage of us that need the accountability and that need the support. And a weekly meeting is like a weekly reset, right? We can unravel a whole lot of good in a week. I can unravel a lot of good that I've done. But when I go to that meeting, and I go now Saturday mornings, It's a reset button for me. I weigh in, my points start fresh. I talk to my meeting leader, who's fantastic. I talk to my friends that I've made along the way. I've got my dad sitting next to me for support, and I reset, recharge, and get ready for the rest of the week. It works. It's human nature to need the camaraderie, to need to know that other people understand what you're going through, that you can come into a meeting and say, I found this fantastic ice cream and it is 3 points and you all need to get down to the store and get it. And people are excited about that. I know what it's like to walk in and say, I'm struggling with this right now. For me, right now, true life, I have a bridesmaid's dress that I need to fit in for my beautiful friend's wedding. And when I ordered it, I was about 7 pounds lighter than I am today. And so when I got the dress in, guess what? Couldn't zip it up. So huge motivation for me right now to drop those 7 pounds and get back into this dress. But the people in that room understand exactly where I am. They get it, I can talk about it, and they're all there to support me. So go to the meetings. You will love them if you're in the percentage of people that I am. Now, for those of you that can't go to meetings or you don't feel like you need them, like I said, my husband doesn't go to meetings. He tracks online, but he also has me, who's pretty pushy and supportive. So he's never felt like he needed to go to the meetings. But if you're struggling, if it's not working, consider it. Switch yourself to the monthly pass, give yourself a month of meetings and see if it doesn't make a difference. Number 3, write the points on the foods in your house, all of them, everything in your fridge, everything in your pantry, especially if you're new at this. It is tough to get in the habit of understanding the points and the smart points. So just spend an afternoon or a morning or whatever stretch of time you have and scan everything in your pantry and everything in your fridge and write the smart points on it. It takes the guesswork out. I promise you after 5 years, probably less than that, you won't have to do that anymore. You'll know, you get into kind of a habit of the things that you purchase, right? I know that my yogurt is 2 points. I know that 10 grams of the cereal I like to put in it is 1 point. I know that half of a tablespoon of this is this many points. I mean, I just know it's on the back of my hand now. But especially when you're new, or even if you started buying new foods, or just to take the guesswork out of it and you don't always have to pick up the phone and check, write the points on the food when you get home from the grocery store as you're putting it away, or take an afternoon and do it. It really will help you. Number 4, check restaurants before you go. So we are so lucky to live in an age where we can just hop online and pull up Applebee's and look at their nutritional information. It does take time. It does take work. You got to do it. You got to do it. If you are planning to go out to dinner with friends, with family, or even on your own, you've got to know what the points are before you get there. And I would suggest making that choice before you get there. Pre-track it, right? If you're going to go to Applebee's and you know you want to get a specific chicken dish and it's 12 points, go ahead and track that. You're much more likely to stay on track and order that if you've pre-tracked your day and you know that that keeps you on your point target. So know the restaurants before you go. I can't tell you how many times my husband and I have decided to go to a restaurant and then we've pulled up the points and we have changed our mind. Several times. Unfortunately, it's happened a lot with Chinese food. It's also happened a lot with some burger places. But, you have that choice. I can do the points on a burger place, find out it's 46 points, and still go. I can make that choice. I have weekly points. I can earn activity points. But it's better to know I'm making that choice before I go. I've also been in the situation where I haven't done this, and I'm sure a lot of you have, where you've gone and you've ordered something you thought was probably reasonable points, only to look it up later and find out it's 59, right? I've been there. So look up the restaurant points before you go. You'll feel better. You'll know what you're getting, and it will keep you on track for that day and the rest of your week. Tip number 5 of things you can do to make Weight Watchers easier is don't deprive yourself of the things that you enjoy. This is really important, and this has been something that I have had to do throughout this whole journey, right? I struggled until I was 25, yeah, that's when I joined, with this mindset that if I was going to be losing weight, I would be suffering. I honestly equated the two. Losing weight, suffering, we're friends. I'll never forget the first week on Weight Watchers and having whatever the amount of points I had at the time. It was the Points Plus program when I joined. And coming in that first week and telling my leader, I didn't feel hungry. Like I really felt like I was doing something wrong. Surely I had eaten too much. Even though I knew I was on the points, I was tracking everything. I couldn't believe that that empty stomach feeling wasn't happening. I was doing it wrong for 25 years, and that's why I was overweight. Um, you don't have to deprive yourself on Weight Watchers. You just have to find things that work. I love ending the day with dessert. And it used to be a bowl of Reese's Puff cereal, big bowl of ice cream, chocolate shake, piece of cake, brownies. Oh, my kryptonite. Anything sweet. I just enjoy ending the day with dessert. And desserts, especially with Smart Points, are harder to fit into your day. This program really focuses on eliminating sugars and high carbs, and I appreciate that because it's working. But what I've had to do is find other ways to satisfy that little sweet tooth that I have at night. And things that have worked for me, honestly, the miniature candies. It's still a sweet thing. It's small enough that I can track it. Almost all of the mini candies are around 3 points. I won't say all of them are, but they're around 3. I really enjoy the York peppermint patties, the Hershey nuggets with the toffee and almonds, and I know for sure those are both 3. I keep a bag of those in my fridge. The colder chocolate helps me enjoy it longer. And 3 points I normally always have. So I still get to end on dessert. It's delicious, it's satisfying, and I can have one. If you can't have one, if that bag of York peppermint patties is going to disappear, don't do this yet, okay? Wait until one will satisfy. But if you think you're there and you want to start working these things in, go ahead and try it. Don't deprive yourself. If it's not sweets for you, if it's salties, find those things you enjoy. Make that a priority. Pre-track that first. You want that bag of chips? You want 2 ounces of it and it's going to be 10 points, but it's important to you? Track it first. Then track your breakfast and your lunch and your dinner. You can work it all in. You can be happy on this plan and you can still lose weight. So, recap. Number 1, pre-track your day. Number 2, go to your meetings. Number 3, write the points on all your foods. Number 4, look up the restaurants before you go to them. Make the choice of what you're going to eat before you even arrive. And number 5, don't deprive yourself. Find a way to work your favorite foods into the program. You will love it. It will work. And there's a way. All of us have that thing that we love and we want to have every single day, and we found a way to make it work on this program. If you have questions, if there's more information I can give you, please let me know. Comment down below. Like and subscribe to this channel. I do plan to do more Weight Watcher videos. I love being able to share my experience and hopefully give some people some motivation, or at least stories from someone that understands, because I get it, I understand, and I hope you'll share with me the things that you've been through or the things that make this program work for you, because I'm still learning. I'm about 45 pounds from my goal weight, but I'm gonna get there. All right, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I will see you next time.